All righty, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. We are off and running. Good evening. Welcome. My name is Scott Harris. On this call is my delightful, amazing, clever, talented wife, Karina Harris. If you're brand new and have never been to this call, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're watching this in recorded fashion, equally welcome, welcome, welcome. We're excited to have you on the call. We're going to chat a little bit tonight about owning your own life, about what does that mean, and about some ways that you can take some better and bigger control of your life financially and your health as well. A little bit myself. Said I'm married to the beautiful Karina Harris, and we live on the sunny Gold Coast and have a traditional business. We do coaching and speaking and seminars. And we first got exposed to this opportunity. Me personally, I got exposed to it more than 20 years ago. I've known about it actively for probably 15 or 10 years. And then about 4 years ago, some very dear friends of mine, Adam and Kira Westwick, really got on board with the business of what we're going to chat about tonight. And they really created an incredible lifestyle. And we saw them transform their lives and create some pretty cool things, some amazing physical results, some amazing community results, and some amazing nutritional results. And so we got on board. I myself have been taking the product for a long, long time before that anyway, years and years and years. And we thought that it was time to now start building our business. So the foundation of what we do is really about health. So if you're looking to be healthier, maybe lose a few kilograms or add some muscle or be a bit healthier and cleaner, you are in the right place, because we certainly like all of those things. And that's really what tonight's about. As much as anything, it's about being healthier and helping some family and friends get healthier. And so to chat about that, what that looks like, we have an amazing program, an amazing products, an amazing foundation. And I honestly could do a pretty good job of doing that. But my wife is eminently better qualified to have that conversation. So I'm going to bring on the amazing Karina Harris, and she's probably going to outline some things about our products and our program and why we're so excited about the Juicy Body Transformation. So with that, my love, you are on.
Good evening and welcome to everyone who's new to this call if you're watching this link. Yes, so I'm excited about sharing with you what the Juicy Body Transformation Program is. No matter where you are on your health journey, I love that there's a program here that's been created by my dear friend Kira, who was a MasterChef finalist, which means that if you make it to MasterChef and you're in top 10, your food is definitely going to be delicious. And so she had this nutrition background where she created this Juicy Body Transformation Program, which is just bringing back the simplicity to making food be healthy for you. Because truthfully, food shouldn't be stressful, but for so many people it is. And, confusing lots of great information when you think media is amazing, but it also confuses us because there's always a new fad, a new trend, new way of eating, which means that we get lost along the way. Whereas what I love is with the Juicy Body Transformation Program here, there are all these kind of recipes to meet you where you're at. We have a Facebook community with over 20,000 people in it who are all committed to the whole food lifestyle. And it just comes back to how do we make sure we have nutritious meals for you that are delicious, because we all know this. I know I'll eat some healthy things my kids won't eat, but the kids are always testament. If they don't like it, it's almost no point. You don't want to have a battle around food. So what's cool is my kids eat these recipes, and they're the first ones to say if it's not delicious. There's great raw chocolate. There's muesli bars the kids can have in the lunchbox for you, whether you're a chicken eater or a meat eater, or we don't eat meat, but we eat a lot of fish. Lots of great recipes there for you. Coming back to the principle of just real fruit, real vegetables, how do we make healthy, simple recipes for you, no matter where you are, whether you're an individual feeding one or whether you're feeding a family. What we have as well, which we're really exciting this week going on, is we have a cleanse program a few times a year. People want to get healthy and they want to lose some weight. Maybe, they've got some extra few kilos hanging around they don't want anymore. We have a shred program to support you with that. We have shopping plans and meal guides. We have exercise regimes there as well. So lots of great things to support you on your health journey. And physically, nutritionally, how we support you is with these babies here. And if you haven't come across this product before, it's just vegetables and fruit, berries and some omegas here in a capsule. I guess if for those of you who've taken vitamins before, supplements before, what makes these different from anything else on the market is that it is just real fruit, vegetables and berries that have dried up and been put into a capsule. Why is that important? Well, firstly, sadly, in Australia, only 1 in 20 Australians eats enough fruit and veg, and that's the daily recommended amount. I love health and focus on health, and I know that I struggle every day to get my recommended dosage of fruit and veg per day, just with the food that I eat. So what's great about the capsules is it bridges the gap between that which you know you should eat and that which you probably actually have time for in your busy day. So it's about making health be easy, but it's about giving you a good quality product. So because it's these fruit and veggies have been picked at their ripeness, then dried and put in the capsule, we know that the scientific studies say your body assimilates it. And so that's, I guess, a big contrast to maybe a vitamin, which is a chemical compound, which we notice you go to the bathroom, it comes out yellow, and part of that is because you're not absorbing everything. Whereas we know that when you take these capsules, the body physically in the nutrient level that's in there. And too, that it reduces inflammation. And if you know anything about disease, all disease starts with inflammation. So it's really cool that these actually do make a difference in the body and that there's some science, if you like, science there to back it up. But equally as a parent, and I have 3 kids who go off to school every day, we put these in the shakes. And I love that they're starting. We have these great shakes, which are whole food nutrition and natural protein, again, all plant-based, with a whole bunch of superfoods. So I love that I can give my kids these shakes, or I have them on the go. So if there's a time of the day where you're short on time, you're about to run out the door, haven't had breakfast, you know that we have these whole food, real food, nutritional products, no dairy, just a whole bunch of vegetables in here, which is great, and some grains, some superfoods, but they're going to sustain you. So I had these for my kids in the morning, and I feel really confident as a parent knowing my kids have the brain food that they need to really set up their days to win. And also the studies say kids who take these capsules have less visits to the doctor, and they miss less days of school per year. And they just have an increased immune system. So all of that is winning as a parent. So lots of benefits for the kids and lots of benefits for the whole family or for you as an individual. So that's the JBT program.
Love it. Thank you, my amazing wife. There we go. Come back. I appreciate that. And certainly, look, here's what we know. We've had 5,000 people in our inner team and 20,000 people in the broader community just in our team freestyle itself. So I love the stories. I love the impact. I love the fact that we've got so much both scientific and anecdotal. That means stories. So many great stories about the impact of the product in people's lives. And I'm going to bring on one of my friends. So I just chat about that for a couple of minutes. Just maybe share her experience of being on the program and in the program. And her name is Sally. I've known Sally for a long time. So Sally, if you want to unmute yourself there and jump on and just tell us about how JP came into your life and what it's been like. I know you were always healthy before that and always on a metaphysical journey and a physical journey. I'd love to hear how it's shown up for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks so much, Scotty. It's a pleasure to be on here, and a huge welcome to everybody that's on here tonight as well. And Juice Plus was really introduced to me actually by Scott, which was such a great thing in my life. As a kinesiologist, I've dealt with so many different products over the years. I've been quite skeptical about a lot of different products and whether it would work, whether it wouldn't. And at the end of the day, I've always let my body do the talking because I truly believe that our bodies have such an innate knowledge. And I've been on my own particular health journey as well. I've been a single mum since 2008 and been through like a lot of adrenal stress. I had a lot of exhaustion going on. And to be honest, my digestive system just wasn't where it was meant to be. I'd done all sorts of crazy things trying to fix my digestive system, including taking nothing but coconut oil for a week straight. Literally, and then just being on mainly coconut products for like 4 months. Like there was just lots and lots of crazy things that I'd done. I tried pretty much everything under the sun naturally that I thought. And after taking the JBT or getting on the JBT program and taking Juice Plus capsules, in 4 days, I had 90% improvement. Now, the last little bit of change was actually me getting off coffee, and I didn't feel that I could do that at the time. So I've been on Juice Plus for just over 12 months now, and I've actually been off coffee for the last 6 months. It just energetically, I was so drained and so tired. I truly believe that I actually needed that coffee to get through my day. So Juice Plus has like been massive, not only for myself personally, but also in being able to recommend to my clients and knowing wholeheartedly that this stuff really makes a difference. And it's also been just such a wonderful thing for our family, because with the Juice Plus product, our children, for every paying adult, the children actually get it for free, which I just think is incredible and a great testimony to the company in terms of they're wanting to support families to be healthier. And my daughter, ever since she's been 3, her hands have literally felt like sandpaper. They quite often bled from eczema and were really, really quite significantly painful for her at times. Within 2 weeks, she started taking the product, and within 2 weeks, that started to change for her. And I said, "How are you going? You know, do you think it's doing anything?" And as a typical 15-year-old, she was like, "No, I don't really think it's doing anything." And so she stopped taking the product, and within a week, her fingers started bleeding again. She went, "Actually, Mum, I think it is actually doing something," and now she doesn't miss it. So being able to reach out and touch her hands, and for the first time in her life have her hands feel like normal hands, like soft, has been just a true blessing for her, and for them to no longer to obviously be bleeding when she's at school and trying to write and things like that. So huge fan of the product, and it's just been such a wonderful addition to my own personal business as well. So thanks, Scotty. I'll hand it back over to you.
I love it. That is all awesome. Just chatting here. Fantastic. Thanks, Sally. I appreciate that. And certainly, the more we stick around, the more I'm always excited about all the cool stories, whether it's somebody's skin or somebody's headaches or somebody's eczema, or we've had people have easier and gentler ladies cycles, whether it's knee and joint pain. There's just so many great stories about the impact that these amazing, well-researched products have had. It's kind of cool. But it's not all about that. It's also about the business. And sometimes if you're brand new on this call, or maybe you've seen this before, you've got some uncertainty or some doubt or some skepticism. I know I was a skeptic to some extent too before I saw my friends Adam and Kira really launch into this. And so I might bring on my friend Jess to come and chat about her experience of being welcomed into this world and what that was like. So with that, Jess, you're all in charge of all your buttons there, my love.
Awesome, thank you. I just want to say a big thank you to Sally for sharing. I'm almost in tears over here, because that kind of thing makes an incredible difference to a 15-year-old. So just amazing. For me, I came into this, and I honestly have had a traditional business for the past 7 years, and I was like, traditional business is the way. Like, you can't tell me anything. I'm not listening, because that's the only way that you should do things. And it was only because, well, I had been brainwashed. But can I just tell you something? Oh my gosh, traditional business is so much hard work, and you're in it by yourself. Like, I mean, I'm in it with my husband, but it's just us. There's no one that you can call to be like, hey, by the way, not sure what to do here. Can you just give me a hand? So we were in the car on the way to have sushi with Scott, and I literally leant over to my husband and said, it better not be one of those things. Because I had had a negative opinion about it, because I'd had my own negative experience. But what I really love is, it's just like if you go out to find a hairdresser and they cut your hair really badly, you don't swear off hairdressers for the rest of your life. Like, that would just be insane. You'd have pretty bad hair for the rest of your life. You go out and you find one that is decent, and you don't stop looking until you find a good one, because it's not that hairdressers are bad, it's just that that one was still learning. So for me, when I first got into this, I was, sorry husband, I'm just going to squish you out the way. I was worried because I thought it was one of these things, you know, a pyramid scheme. Now, is it a pyramid scheme? No, it's definitely not. If you have a look, they were made illegal in the 70s, but let's just have a quick look at things like Coles and Woolworths. You have all your checkout chicks down the bottom, and guys, of course. Now, their job can just disappear by one tech change. Like, we have self-serve checkouts, and all of a sudden they don't have a job, which is pretty scary. But then you've got their managers, so that, say, the deli manager, like the managers for each department. You got the managers for each state, say SA, Victoria, WA. Then you have the directors and the CEO. Now, there's always a smiley one called Lisa. If Lisa wants to get to this position, she has to work really hard and compete with these guys who are probably her friends, which is not fun to begin with. But when she gets to this position, I've seen it in my own family, unfortunately, where they get here because they have incredible work ethic, but then they kind of get treated like taken for granted because they get given all this extra responsibility, but not much more money. So they end up actually working more hours than usually their contract states because they've got so many responsibilities to do. And then again, if they want to go up here, they have to compete with more people. Again, more time, not much more money. And the idea of Lisa becoming a CEO of Coles or Woolworths, we all know it's just not going to happen, unfortunately. What I really love about this, by the way, even having your own traditional business is all competitive. So what I really love about this is we all start at the same place. It doesn't matter if you're Scott and you have been presenting on stages with Tony Robbins, or whether you are a mum from the middle of Whoop Whoop. You all start at the same place with the same tools, which is pretty damn cool. So success is available to absolutely everyone. And my favorite part, you can't actually get to the pinnacle position. You can't get to the top unless you are helping people. So instead of competing, you're actually raising other people up. This is the most loving, caring, supportive community I have ever been a part of. And I've been pretty blessed to be surrounded by some amazing people throughout the last couple of years. But, you know, the family here with this team just take the cake quite easily. So as you can see, we get to help one another to build the success that we want in our lives together. For me, being able to have a mum come to me and say, you know what, I was able to afford to get braces for my daughter because I was doing this. That's a big deal. I wasn't able to get braces. I think that's why I was so emotionally connected to what Sally was saying. I wasn't able to get braces when I was younger because we couldn't afford it. So those kind of things make a huge impact on children, but also us as adults, like being able to take your kids on holiday or being able to go on holiday yourself or afford that top that you want down the street without having to save for 3 weeks. That all makes a huge difference. So does this business model work?
100% yes.
I like that one. It definitely does. Now I think my husband's going to talk a little bit about the ways that we get paid.
Sure. Let's do that.
I'll clean this. Oh,
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, that's right. I'll make do with it.
Sorry,
Thanks, Jess. So for me, I spent a lot of my life working in the corporate environment. I'll just change this so you can actually see most of my face. And I got out of the corporate environment at around age 32 because I realised that it was a smarter way to do business to have your own business. And I've been doing that for about 8 years now. And then Scott introduced me to this business, as you've heard, over sushi. And it wasn't until I learned the business model behind it that it made even more sense to me. And so I want to share with you the 3 ways that we make money in this business, which is quite exciting. The first way, what we do is we find people that want to improve their health and we connect them up to the company that provides the product. And so we make a retail profit off those customers. And so it's just about finding people that really want to take their health seriously, that are interested in taking it to the next level. You don't have to hold on to product. You don't have to have a supply. You just connect them to the company. The company ships it out. It arrives at the customer's doorstep. You don't need to touch it. And so you make a small amount of retail profit from each sale that each customer connects up to the company. The second way that we make money through this business is through commission. And what that is instead of finding customers, you now help other people, introduce them into the business, and you show them and you coach them and you help them be successful in creating their own business. And so this becomes a very large portion of the money that you earn in your business because you're lifting other people up, you're helping them get their results, and then in turn you get your results. It's referred to as the beach money because eventually what happens is your business has a life of its own. You can be on the beach, relaxing, enjoying yourself, and money keeps dropping into your bank account. So this is a really exciting part of the way that we get paid. And then the final way we get paid is through bonuses. And if you work for somebody else, there's a good chance there aren't too many bonuses being thrown around by that organization or by your boss. And if you work for yourself, it's highly unlikely you pay yourself any bonuses. And the great thing about this is there are plenty of bonuses up for grabs. It's referred to as the early money or the
The fun money, because there's an unspoken rule that when you get a bonus, you should really reward yourself and take some of that money and spend it on yourself to reward yourself for the fact that you are building your business and you're also impacting a number of lives that are out there. So when I saw this and looking at it from a commercial point of view around, was I going to start a business like this? It just made complete sense. And, I'm loving it. It's good fun. I mean, what other business gets you paid 3 ways? That's quite exciting. I'm going to throw it back to you, Scotty.
Thanks, buddy. We appreciate it. Certainly, look, I'm not averse to having more money in my life. We love income and we love wealth. They're both kind of cool things. And certainly for all of us on the call, we love the health. I think, Sally summed it up beautifully. We love the impact the products make in all our lives. And something we're all excited about is taking a bit of control back in your life, whether you're in traditional business or in a job, or whether you've got maybe not quite enough money left at the end of your month and you're looking to change things up a bit, or maybe you've been doing something and it's just time to do something different. We certainly love the business opportunity here. And we love those 3 ways to make money and those kind of cool things that Shane talked about. And we love launching people's businesses and stories. So tonight we've got somebody launching tonight. So Luke, if you just give me a little wave there, my friend, I can see you there. If you just unmute yourself, Luke, and you should be able to jump on and just tell us about what you're excited about. And
hey guys, how are you all?
Welcome, buddy. Welcome.
All right. Well, where do I start? I guess I could say I kicked off in one of those working class families where dad was never around and mum was sort of one of those old school cast iron types. So growing up was a pretty rough sort of story. Kind of went off the rails there in the late teens and that, and got myself back together. Joined the military, did my minimum service there and a couple of tours over East Timor. After I got out of that, started a family, was working, things were going okay. That all fell apart and it sort of put me in a whole world of hell. I sort of went back to my old ways, gone into my bad habits, and sort of pretty much lost my way there for quite some time. It's only been recently, probably the last 2 years or so, I've really sort of pulled my head out, I guess you could say. I've studied, I've worked hard, I've gotten onto the whole inspirational thing of trying to change my mindset. So recently I've been working for myself. I run my own sort of little company, building machinery for different companies, industrial companies and stuff like that. I've also kicked off starting to work full time. But what really sort of got me going was when I started to reconnect with my family, when I started to get, my life back, I guess you could say. That's when I sort of really linked arms with Kathy again. And she sort of gave me a bit of inspiration and, a little bit of incentive just to work that little bit harder and just sort of get myself moving in all the right directions and think in a different way. And that's really paid off. The improvements I've made in the last 2 years just on myself alone has allowed me to sort of stretch that out a little bit more and lift up a few friends and bring them along with me. So I've had to cut out a lot of dead wood, but at the same time, I've been able to save a lot of the good ones too. And now it's sort of like, I just want to bust out into something different. I've got some goals I've got some pretty big dreams that I want to accomplish. And I've always been that sort of go-to guy in my circle of friends. I've always been the one that's helped everyone out. So why not reach out past that? Why not go bigger? Why not help out more people? As far as health goes, well, I've always been an athlete. I've always been a professional wave ski rider. I've been up and down with that, but I'm back into it now. Avid mountain bike rider. I've got a 15-year-old son that can't even keep up with me, and he's built like a greyhound. It just makes sense. Jump on the health bandwagon. I can help more people. I can reach out to more people. By improving myself, I can improve others. It's a no-brainer, really. And I've got all the drive in the world. I've got all the support around me I could ever want. Having Kathy as an auntie is a massive big boost. So I've got a massive inroad there. I've got a head start over everyone, I think. And I just can't see how I can go wrong with this. How can you fail? From what I've seen, from what I've heard, this is a great community of people to be involved with. It's definitely going to push me in all the right directions. It's definitely going to help me improve my life. And, at the end of the day, we all just want to be happy. We all want to be healthy. We want to sort of get on with it and be the best that we can be. And, I've been out there sort of searching for the last 12 months for an option or a way or something to sort of fulfill that need. And when Kathy sort of extended this olive branch to me, I couldn't help but grab it with both hands and run with it. It was, it just made sense, and it was just at the right time. And everything's now falling into place for me. Like, I'm picking up momentum. I always have liked to move fast in life. Well, now I've got 3 things on the run. So this will be like my second business enterprise running parallel with the first one. And and also, work for an employer as well at the moment. So I got all 3 going on at once. So,
Well, I think most of us have probably got lots of things going on like that. And I think what's great about this business for all of us is that we can build it on the side. And whether you're a stay-at-home mom or whether you're, a newly arrived Australian like my friend Ivana, or whether you're, busy like me running your own business, I think what all of us love about this business is the chance to build something that's part-time, that just requires some stolen moments during the day, or a little bit of time at, 7:30, 8 o'clock when the kids are in bed, or the night's done, and you can build something pretty cool. So, Luke, certainly you are in great hands with Kathy as your team support and your hunty. It's kind of cool. We certainly all love Kathy. And so from all of us, buddy, welcome. And if you
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Luke, and we look forward to seeing you grow, man. It's exciting.
Great. Awesome. Thank you, Scott.
I might just share quickly just 2 things that I think are important about this business. I think sometimes people have a little concern and go, oh, look, I'm not really a chatty person. I don't really have 100 friends. I don't jump on Facebook. I don't really have 5 million people that I know, and so forth. And so I just think it's important that we just have a quick chat about that. So let me just do some magic and there we go. That's it. And so really just chat about this myth that says, I've got to know so many people. I've got to have 1,000 Facebook friends, because you really don't. I got into this business after my wife. My wife got into this business first. In fact, my wife was in this business for a month before I knew it. But when I got in, obviously I signed up underneath my wife. There's little old me. And I got into this business. I kind of kept it a little bit low-key and quiet for a while. But then I one day took my friends, as you heard, Shane and Jess, and we went and had some sushi just around the corner here in Miami, and explained to them what I was doing and why I was doing it. And they liked it and got on board. And so Shane and Jess got on board. It was pretty exciting. And I was like, great. I love them. They're great people. I'm excited to have them join the business. Well, they then shared it with a couple of their friends, and they shared it with a friend called Emma, and she got on board, and they shared it with some other friends, and then Emma shared it with some other friends, and then they shared it with some other friends, and Shane and Jess have done a great job of sharing with lots of their friends, and they've built a nice little business. Around about the same time I did that, I shared a business with my friend Sally. Now, I don't see Sally as often as I'd like to, because she doesn't live around the corner of Miami. She lives down in Wagga Wagga. But I shared it with her via Zoom, just like this, and Sally decided to get on board, and she shared it with some of her customers in her kinesiology business, and some of her friends got on board, and they did some cool stuff and made some things happen, and all of a sudden we had a pretty good business. Then I shared it with Auntie Kathy Feenan, who I'd known for a long while, and she lives in Newcastle. I see Kathy half a dozen times a year, and Kathy got on board, and now she's got Luke on board. And in the beginning, Kathy didn't share the business with a lot of people, but she shared it with a lot of customers. So she had over 80 different families, 80 families, all taking the product as customers. She built a really great little residual income business for herself. And then she started to grow a business, and now she's growing a business today. And she's actually not on the call tonight, Luke, you probably know, because she's speaking live at the Newcastle presentation tonight. And all of a sudden I look at this whole group and, oh my gosh, there's so many people in my business. But the reality is the only people that I knew was I knew Kathy, and I knew Sally, and I knew Shane and Jess. And every single other person in my business down here, I didn't know before it started. So trust me, if you know lots of people, great. And if you don't know lots of people, that's equally great as well, because I promise you, it all just starts with one. For me, I'm a reasonably smart guy when it comes to money. And by most people's standards, I've probably worked out how to make some. What I know about making money is that if you work really hard, you'll probably make some. The challenge is, in most cases, if you work really hard in a job or work really hard in your own business, you might make a little bit of money if you have a bit of luck. But as Jess said, it's hard and you're on your own. Plus, there's the financial risk and the exposure. If you work for somebody else, it's even worse. And the reality is, the minute you stop doing it, stop working in the job or stop working in the business, the money stops. And so what we love about this business is building a residual and recurring income that keeps going again and again and again. So trust me, the world's different. Everybody in the world's got one of these. There's more of these on the planet than there are human beings. And everybody wants to consume things. and get involved in things, whether it's going to movies or eating Thai food at a restaurant or getting involved in a health program from somebody that's recommended it, somebody they know, like, and trust. And so, trust me, I was not that person that wanted to reach out and be all spammy to my friends. I didn't want to be spewing about Juice Plus to all my family and friends, but I did want to share the great health benefits, and I did want to share the opportunity to be in business. And so that's kind of what we do in a very kind and elegant way. So if you're watching this video live right now, awesome. If you're watching it in a recorded format, somebody sent it to you, equally awesome. I would just say, you know what, if this is not going to be the thing that sets you free financially, then what is it going to be? Is it going to be working a second job? Is it going to be working a part-time job? Is it going to be working harder in the business you've got? And if not now, then when? When is going to be the time you want to start taking control of both your health and your financial security, and ideally your financial freedom? We've seen some extraordinary results happen in the last couple of years in this business. Our friends Adam and Kira created a phenomenal lifestyle. I've seen other friends of mine, Brian and Fiona Marsh, create an incredible lifestyle for themselves and their 4 children. Myself and my wife, Karina, we created within 12 months the equivalent of a $2 million property portfolio income generation machine in less than 12 months. There's no question it works. There's no question that our products are the best in the marketplace. They're the most well-researched and the most medically published. So we're excited about it. And if anything we've said at all tonight, whether it's me or Shane or Jess or Sally or that pretty girl, what's her name, Karina, or Luke sharing his business, anything we've said at all that's been remotely interesting to you, I guess my only thought is reach out and touch somebody who sent me a student and say, hey, I'd love to have a chat. Hey, I'd love to know some more information, because maybe this is your time to start owning your own life. So with that, thanks everybody who shared tonight. We appreciate you all again. Big congrats to Luke. Excited to see you, man. I know you're going to do some pretty cool things moving forward. And we will have this link posted first thing tomorrow morning, and you can share it out with your team and your family and friends. Till then, guys, live all very deliberately, and bye for now. Thanks, everyone.
Ciao.